At 17 years old, I was able to build my own personal brand with a faceless Instagram channel all the way to $500,000 in the first 6 months. That means I was doing almost $100,000 a month, and I've passed 200K since then a month. Here's everything you need to know. This is gonna be pretty much raw, no edits, just cuts. And I'm gonna show you what I did and the tips that you guys can use to also get to this point. So first, I know you guys have heard it all, but consistency. This is really important. Actually, one of the most important metrics is because if you aren't consistent, they are not gonna push out your content, which means you're pretty much gonna just go to zero. So if you're gonna not stay committed to something, you might as well just not start at all and just give up and click off this video right now. Something that's really important, especially in the Instagram algorithm, are 3 things: saves, shares, and watch time. If your watch time is above 70% for any video, your video will go viral, and I can guarantee this. You guys can test this out. As long as the video is over 30 seconds long and you have a 70% watch time, even 20 seconds long and you have a 70% watch time, you will get more views than your average channel. You can check this. Let's say you get an average of 5,000 views a video or a reel. If you do this and you have a 70% watch time or higher, you'll get over 10, 20, even maybe 100,000, because this has happened to me several times. Another big metrics on Instagram is non-followers view rate past the first 3 seconds. The average in the industry, what's considered decent or okay, is 30%. Anything lower is horrible, which means your hook sucks. Anything above it is pretty good. Like 30 to 50% is like a good one. But I've had some videos with a 75% view rate past the first 3 seconds from non-followers. Some really important things is Instagram is kind of switching the style of content from super edited to super simple. And all you have to really do is whatever you're talking about, show some visuals about what you're talking about. Like, let's say I'm talking about a whale. Obviously, you don't want a picture of a whale or whatever you guys are talking about, especially in your personal brand niche. People are making hundreds of thousands every single month from either a course, mentorship, consulting, or some sort of electronic device or info product that they're selling to their personal brand to make a lot of money from it. How do I know this? I've done this before. I've built and I have proof, just like the ones I'm about to show you right here. This is all proof that I've built several different Instagram pages, tens of thousands of followers, hundreds of thousands of views, millions of views every single month, even videos passing 1, 2, 3 million views in just a matter of a couple days. Consistency is key, but you also need to know how to level up your style and be authentic at the same time. People are getting sick of watching these super highly edited videos where it's hard to concentrate on one thing because every quarter of a second there's something new on the screen. People aren't able to comprehend that fast. You need to know what people are able to see. So as long as your hook is good and you have a real good visual to go along with what you're saying that's unique, you will get a high view rate. Now after this, you guys need to focus on something that most people don't actually do. You need to keep the viewer hooked. Like let's say, I'm gonna say, these are the top 3 fastest people in the world. What most people will do in the second clip, they'll tell you. You want to explain a little further in the 3rd, 4th, second clip. You don't want to tell them what they came to the video for until the last or second to last clip. Because if you're giving them the information really quickly, then it doesn't really matter. Imagine a Mr. Beast video where he goes, last to leave the circle wins $100,000. And then 1 minute in the video, he shows you the winner and then plays the rest of the video. People already saw the winner. They don't really care what happened in between. But if you move the winner from instead of being the second piece and you just move it to the last, now people are kind of forced to watch. And what you have to do this is you have to open loops where people are missing some sort of information that they didn't even know that they needed. And then at the end, close the loop. But right as you close it, you want to open another loop that could be bigger or smaller to make them think that they need to watch your video longer so that they can actually learn something. The reason you want to do this is because it's going to increase your watch time heavily, especially on Instagram, and this also works on YouTube, not really TikTok. TikTok's kind of a separate algorithm, but we'll go to TikTok in another video. But by doing these loops, you're going to get your engagement and watch time super high. Another thing I usually like to do is add a CTA. You guys can do this in 2 different ways. You guys can either literally say at the end of your video, follow me and comment a specific word, or you guys can start some sort of controversy in the video saying something like about Elon Musk or something that you know is like pretty controversial to automatically get people to comment on your video. This is really good because it drives high engagement and that further pushes out your video to actually be seen with more people. Now, why do you want to build your personal brand? I don't know why you specifically do, but let me tell you why I did. I started this to make hundreds of thousands a month. And there's proof I have done this several different times. I mean, just the other day, I withdrew $70,000 in my bank account with one transaction. I have supercars. I'm literally living the lifestyle. Right now, I'm 18 years old, and I'm able to provide a certain lifestyle. And this content is going to be super raw and authentic because I don't really like that editing style. It's too much. And you guys can actually pay attention and write down notes on what I'm doing. Actually, take a look at this. I have specific notes for almost everything I take, and this notebook's almost filled up with notes. And if someone got a hold of this notebook with all the tips and tricks I wrote down about social media, Instagram, YouTube, you would easily be able to make $500,000 your first year just reading that notebook. But these videos are me bringing that notebook to real life because no one likes reading. Let's be real. If you're reading, you're a nerd and you're pretty much dumb. I don't care. Click off this video, unsubscribe. Reading is for nerds. If you guys want the value from this notebook easily, videos are the best way to now learn. Why do you think people are using AI and ChatGPT to do any sort of work? Not even schoolwork. Of course, everyone's cheated using AI. And the thing is, who cares? Because people are using AI in their real businesses to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. And actually, I think if you're not utilizing AI, you're missing out because people are making hundreds of thousands by writing Instagram scripts. Imagine taking a video from someone else's page that's in the same niche as you or even a different niche, and that did a 10x on their average views. So let's say their average views was 20,000, they got 200,000. Of course, you guys can put that exact script into ChatGPT and it can create you a new one based on your authenticity and your style. Now imagine you did that every single video, you found other people's outliers that did good. Of course your channel's gonna do good. There's gonna be that one video that does eventually blow up, causing you to have really good momentum, especially on your Instagram or YouTube channel that you do end up starting. The reason several people are doing this is because they like money. There's several cooking pages, fitness pages, crypto pages, everything you guys can think of, stocks, trading, everything. People are printing money with a certain course, mentorship, or a certain info product. Even the simplest things. I saw someone, they were selling a course on how to dream properly, like when you sleep. That's ridiculous. And the craziest part is they are making over $100,000 a month. So if you have any sort of skill, you can start posting almost any sort of content on it. And as long as you're authentic and you actually make a real connection with your audience, they're gonna follow you and they will end up paying for you. Another thing is you wanna get them to like you because people are more likely to spend money with someone that they like. Let's say they just watch you because you do provide value, but you're always in a bad mood, always frowning, always talking like a Grinch. Obviously, they're not going to spend money with you. If you're happy and you have real engagement and you provide some sort of value and you have proof of concept, obviously, they're going to have a higher chance of spending money with you. But of course, you're going to need some systems in place to do this. But that is all you guys should use for this first video. Make sure you subscribe if you want real and authentic content.